Now, your books are very dark and have a lot of violence in them. How do you get yourself in that state of mind to write these dark, suspenseful tales?
Well, I read a lot of crime fiction. I don't think I'm any more dark than the people who are doing this craft, but mostly I think about the characters, because for a lot of crime fiction writers, it really isn't about the crime, though we write about the crime. It's about the characters, how it affects them, and what the crime leaves behind.
Okay. And for Pretty Girls, your latest book, was there anything that you heard in the news that inspired you to write this? Had you always wanted to write something about sisters and kidnapping?
I've been writing for many years about horrible things happening, and I thought, here's an opportunity to talk about the crime from the inside of a family, because prior to the book starting 24 years ago, of 3 girls, the oldest one has been abducted, and they never know what happened to her. And I wanted to talk about this crime and how it affects the family, how it tears them apart, because they really unravel. And so here we are 24 years later. These sisters are grown women, they're very estranged, their life has been irrevocably changed by this. Because the thing I tell everybody when they're writing crime is they've got to remember these crimes happen to real people every day, and you need to honor that.
Yeah, because when you hear about it on the news, or it's almost unfathomable to think what these people must go through to have their child abducted and what the child goes through. So yeah, I really agree with that. And now you're about to give a class where you talk about the ups and downs of being a writer. For for our viewers who won't get to sit in on that class, what would you say are some of the ups and downs, and what's some advice that you have for aspiring writers?
Well, the best advice I got about that was from Harlan Coben, and he said the problems you have when you're successful are better than the problems you have when you're not.
Yeah.
And so anyone who gets published, it's such a difficult thing, and statistically to get a book published is very rare. So if that happens, then you've already won the battle and you're already successful. So I think just stop and embrace that.
Oh, that's really good advice. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.